So the Athletics has been running polls over the last couple of seasons asking Bengals fans what they think of the team. First off, how they feel valued by the team. Do they think the team's going in the correct direction? What do they think of Duke Tobin? What do they think of the coaching staff? And all that kind of great questions. And what you're going to see in this video is the answers have definitely gone, in a different direction as the recent success for the Bengals have happened. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So the first question they asked was, do you feel valued by the organization? Back in 2020, obviously the year Joe Burrow was drafted, but again did get hurt, the Bengals fans said 34.5% said yes, they feel valued by the organization. 65.5% said no. Now, why these numbers are so important is this is what really contributes to different upgrades around the stadiums, different events going on in the stadiums that really, helps the team put more value to the fans, right? So things that the fans like, the team would make upgrades. Over the last 3 seasons, actually, since 2020, the Bengals have done a lot of upgrades. That includes inside the stadium, the locker rooms, the fan events, all that kind of stuff. And we saw it with the most recent release of the report card for the Bengals. And other than a couple of things they still got to work on, they actually scored very highly. Now, in 2021, they actually hit 55.4%, which, of course, still has a 44.6 no for feeling valued as a fan. In 2022, 81.4, and of course 18.6, and then finally 2023, 91.6 and 8.4 no. So definitely skyrocketed, right? 2021 was the Super Bowl year. Last year was technically 2022, and now this offseason is the 2023 season. Nonetheless, though, since the Super Bowl year, it looks like, Bengals definitely fan-wise feel a lot more valued. Now, I will say overall-wise, based on fans I have talked to who are Bengals fans, they, for the most part, always say they felt valued, but, you got to keep in mind that they are going to be asking some fans that might be a tad bit more casual fans rather than diehard fans. So again, if they just ask strictly diehard fans, you're going to get different results than if you ask kind of a mix of diehards and casuals. There are some people who are Bengals fans who don't watch Bengals games, just kind of like, oh yeah, I love the team, I live in Cincinnati, extra. The next question on this list: how confident are you that the Bengals are moving in the correct direction? So 2020, again, I keep reminding this because it is important to talk about. That's the year they drafted Joe Burrow. 2021, obviously, is the year that he was fully healthy and you got the Super Bowl run. So the first year they drafted Joe, 26.5% said very confident. And you go till 2023 now, 72.5% say they are confident they're going in the correct direction. So definitely a huge upgrade there. 9.6% in 2021. Obviously, after having a bad season in 2020, it's definitely went downhill. Then 2021, you go to the Super Bowl, but starting off the year, 9.6% because, Joe just got hurt. You just had a bad year. Now, you did get Jamar Chase, which a lot of Bengals fans, I don't think a lot of Bengals fans, a lot of fans in general, football fans, was really upset by that pick because they thought that the Bengals should have took Penny Sewell instead of Jamar Chase. So a lot of people were like, well, this offensive line's not going to be better, it's going to be worse. And now you got, Joe Burrow, who just came off an injury. How is he going to recover? In the end, you go to a Super Bowl, so I guess it works out in the end. But as you can see right here, 46 point, at least... So overall wise, at least half of fans after Joe Burrow got drafted, around, okay, so I'm trying to do the math in my head here. Around 60% of fans felt like they were going the correct direction after Joe Burrow got drafted. Then it got even higher. Well, I say higher. It got lower in 2021. Then after the Super Bowl 2022, it just skyrocketed up to 72.5%. So Not surprising. Definitely, again, the Lease's success of back-to-back championships and a Super Bowl definitely helps out immensely. Rate the job done by the front office. That's interesting how now is actually worse than in 2020. And holy crap, is that insane to see. 3% in 2021. That's the best of the best. That would be like the Bill Belichick, Andy Reid type, front offices where everything they do, it seems like they just crap gold, right? So in realistically, we want to see a 3 or a 4, right? And as you can see right now, we have a 4 or 5 at 90.3%, which is actually pretty dang good. And I feel like if you ask most NFL teams, you're not going to get 90.3% for a 4 or 5 for the front office. So it's actually pretty dang good overall wise. But it's definitely an upgrade since 2021, where we see a 3% in 5 and a 35.5% in 4. Okay, so definitely a tad bit of an upgrade from fans here on how they think everything's going. Duke Tobin. Trust levels of Duke Tobin. In 2022, 25%. Okay. And then he says, T. Higgins ain't going nowhere. Go get yourself your own receiver. Stop bothering us. 51.6. Love to see it. 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 Number 4 actually did go down a tad bit, but overall wise, I mean, I love Duke. I absolutely freaking love Duke Tobin. But I will say, once he said that thing about T, I think everyone in general was just like, even non-Bengals fans were like, you guys got a good guy there. You guys got a guy who knows what he's doing. Zach Taylor. This is kind of funny. So 2022, it was, don't get me wrong, over half, around 88% said that they trust him, or they're confident, it's actually trust him. 88% said they trust him. Now it's in the ballpark range of 92% trust him. But still, there's a lot of Bengals fans. I see my comment section who, for a little bit of time, especially when he first started in 2019, they were not confident in Zach Taylor. So I'm not surprised. And if you go back to 2019, 2020, they don't show these metrics, but I guarantee you those numbers are very low. Very, very low. When he came over from the Rams, not a lot of people were trusting him at first. So, and again, you might say that's rightfully so. Marvin Lewis for the longest time, longest tenured head coach for the Bengals. He was kind of wishy-washy. He was a good coach, I feel like, but he definitely did not. It wasn't that the teams weren't as successful as they are now, right? Ownership. Okay, so going from around 48.6% last year to now around 59%. That's not bad. I think the ownership overall wise got a lot of, W's this offseason, especially with signing Orlando Brown, protecting Joe Burrow. The draft was very, very awesome. At first we didn't get the players we wanted, but then we kind of realized Myles Murphy was a top 5 pick. You get yourself a star pass rusher, DJ Turner, Battle, Charlie Jones, Chase Brown. You get yourself really good gems there. So I understand definitely last year compared to this year. Stadium lease. Do you worry about the team moving from Cincinnati? I don't think this would happen. Okay, so as more success happens, Super Bowl, back-to-back championship, there's less likely that it's going to leave. And again, if the Bengals this year win a Super Bowl, there's almost a 0% chance that they're going to leave, especially with the fact that, the money it brings in to have a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. But it looks like zero thought or opinion on this. Could see it happen. I don't think it will happen. Yeah, 2021, after they lost the Super Bowl. No, this is before they went to the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl year. 46.4% said I could see it happen. And now it's 19%. Okay, let's get that number a little bit lower there. Do you support taxpayers funding a $500 million renovation? Yes, they are worth whatever it costs. Okay. 74% for 74.4% says yes. That's down 4.5% from last year. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have seen my comments, and I have not seen that 78% saying yes. For those who live in Cincinnati who comment my videos, I have not seen a yes on that taxpayers pay for that stadium renovation. But again, it does bring more money to the city overall wise to have different venues in Paycor Stadium if they did put a roof on it, or they did build a new stadium, or they did just renovate the stadium in general. They just had a Taylor Swift concert there. Your realistic expectations for the Bengals, 2023 Bengals. Make the playoffs, at least get to the AFC Championship game. 60.9% after coming off Super Bowl, that makes sense. 57.4% is at least make the playoffs, at least to the AFC Championship game. Make the playoffs, lose early. Wow. Last year is definitely a lot different than this year. I mean, we were playing the Ravens the first game of the playoffs last year, and then we had to play the Bills. But 2.4% say this year that we're going to make the playoffs but lose early. Win the Super Bowl, 36.2% this year say we're going to win the Super Bowl. Vegas is right, about 11.5 wins. 4% this year, 5% last year. Shy of 500. Top 10 picks, 0. He better be 0, man. Come on. Will the Bengals win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years? 93.1% say yes. 83.9% last year said yes. So, up a lot more. That's good. Love to see it. Love to see it. I think they're going to win. In my opinion, next 5 years, I say 2 Super Bowls, at least. Jamar, who's your favorite player beside Joe Burrow? Jamar Chase. 47 points. Wow, it went down. It went down. Who went up? T went up. I love it, man. I love T. T's my favorite player. But I love to see T go up. And then after, like, the Duke Tobin thing, T just automatically went up, bro. T just went up. Ted Cross. Wow, 0% before 7.2%. Okay, Teddy K out there representing. Yeah, Cam Taylor really showed off this last season. I'm not surprised he went up to 0.8. He really did wonders. Jermaine Pratt, wow, 0.2. I mean, again, these guys got 0 last year. Joe Mixon went down to 0.3. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He had a really bad year, and then his off-season stuff, it definitely went down. BJ Hill, okay, I think this was because of the whole Jermaine Pratt shaved the head thing. That's why BJ went up a little bit, but Orlando Brown, 0.2. Interesting. I guess he is brand new in town, though. Logan Wilson went down. Money Mac went down. Dang, Hendrickson went down. Boyd went down. Cheeto went up. Okay. Wow, DJ Reader went up. Sam Hubbard went up. Mike Hilton went up. Okay, wow. That's actually kind of surprising. What new projected starter has the biggest impact? Yeah, I think Orlando Brown's number one by... I mean, there's not really a guy who's going to have more of an impact than literally solidifying the left tackle position and making sure Joe Burrow does not get hurt. I think that's like the biggest thing you could do in football. The offensive line is the most important position in football, so I'm going to say yeah. Which position group concerns you the most? Safety. I don't know. I'm not really scared about the safety. I don't know. I'm really confident in Jordan Battle, and I'm really confident in Nick Scott. And I think Dax is going to take another step forward. So I'm not too... I guess safety would be the most concerning, because there's not many concerning positions on this team. Right tackle, offensive line right tackle, that either Orlando Brown... Not Orlando Brown, something bad. Jonah Williams, Carmen, Cody Ford, or... Why can I not think of the Cowboys' right tackle name? Collins. One of those guys, that scares me the most, is those guys being able to handle this team. The offensive line. That's what scares me the most. Safety is not really. I think Battle, he's played at Alabama. He's played the pro-level offense. He can get the job done and be very effective. What is your confidence level in the offensive line? Okay, 40. Wow. So last year was actually a lot more than this year. Obviously, because last year we got what? We got Kappa there. Collins came in. Um, Obviously a lot more confident. I think this year I'm very confident, except for the right tackle position, and we'll have to see what ends up happening. How would you handle T future? Market value extension now 25 million a year. Franchise tag next year 20 plus million. Tag and trade him. Let him walk in free agency next March. I don't. Why would they ever let T walk? First off, that would be the stupidest thing ever. You could probably trade T right now for a first round pick. But anyway, though, tag and trade him next year. I don't agree that they're gonna trade him in any way. I think they're gonna just get a contract extension worked out with him. 54.6% believe that. Yeah. Did Joe Mixon's legally entanglement change your view of wanting him on the Bengals? Yes, find him harder to root for, but fine with him staying on the team. Bengals should cut him given his past. Can't tolerate those alleged actions. Okay. And overall wise, no, like the same amount before. Desire from the state. Okay. So it's roughly split. It's split between, yes, it changed my opinion, but they still want him on the team. And again, he is a starting running back, so it makes sense. How would you rate your game day experience at Paycor last season? Perfect, loved everything. Oh, wow. Not pretty good, something to be better. Better, but still below average, and not very good. So at least this went down. That's good. That's very good. These two went down. And this did go up, which is awesome. And this also went up too. Who do you think the Bengals is most bitter rival? The Chiefs, yeah. I think it's the Chiefs, 100%. The Browns are 1.7%, but the Browns always give us the biggest problem, which is actually kind of funny. But yeah, the Chiefs, definitely. Alright, so overall, not a bad, poll system going on there. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. How would you guys answer these questions that I just posted in front of you? And I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.